Welcome to one political analysis. This is the poet Kima for catch up with regards to what's happening in Africa. So generally in Africa, a lot of things are happening. In Nigeria, for example, the National Assembly is considering making voting compulsory as a way of instilling civic responsibility amongst its citizenry. I don't know what's your opinion with regards to the same, because when you make voting compulsory, you're also pushing each and every person to be involved in the matters of their own governance structures. But when you make it optional, you leave it to a few to make decisions for the rest. The last elections in 2023 showed statistics of 30% voter turnout in a country that has hundreds of millions in terms of population. Actually, it was predicted this year that they would surpass the population of United States. I don't know whether the latest statistics have been done with regards to their population so that we can do comparison. But in a country of hundreds of millions, 30% was the voter turnout. So the National Assembly is considering making it compulsory. However, on the other hand, when you consider it properly, you'll notice that when people abstain from voting, it is also a way of political expression, showing that they are disinterested in affairs that will be pushing agenda of the political elite. So when you look at it in a deeper sense, you'll get the fact that when you fail to vote, you're also expressing yourself, that you voting for particular on the other is, and making it compulsory for that matter, is pushing people into a particular hole and making them decide what they would want, like giving them a leeway to decide. But that's what happening in Nigeria. So in Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso, recent developments indicate that they're pushing away foreign mining companies, or not really pushing away, but they've been, how do I say, tightened measures with regards to the operations. For example, in Niger, there is a company that has been taken over by the military junta. It's called Somaire, Somaya mine. Recently, also the same country, there was a French uranium mining company that its staff got detained, and the operations have been halted for a minute. Recently, we saw Traore was with Putin. This is also part of the Sahel group that are pushed away from ECOWAS, and they've also cut ties with French, both militarily, economically, and socially. The diplomatic ties have been cut. So I don't know what this means, but it sends a signal. Wanasema mahali kuna moshi kuna nini. You can finish that for yourself. In Somalia, our neighbors right here, for the first time in 50 years, over 50 years now, this is the first time that they're heading in towards a direct election, or they're moving away from what we call representative type of elections, where the clans used to decide for the masses, and now they're moving into one-on-one. You do cast a vote for the individual you do perceive to be fit and best suited for that role. This comes after the pledge by the president himself, Sheikh Mohammed, in 2023, that he will change that one, the original way that they've been doing for quite some time. So let's look at the history of Somalia. So in 1969, that was the last time they had direct elections and not representative elections. And in only 6 months' time after that, there was a coup that the president, what is the name of the president at that time? Siad Barre took power through a coup, and he ruled in that manner, dictatorial regime, until 1991 when he was deposed away from power, out of power, sorry, and when he was ousted. They ousted, yeah, when he was compulsorily pushed away from the office. And that is 1991, and we've seen what has been happening in Somalia from then to date. But those are positive mm, developments, considering how Africa is also growing and how Somalia has also been left behind. So we see developments at the Horn of Africa, and that's quite something. Um, Generally, there's also something else happening in East Africa, um, on political activism. We've seen the likes of our lawyers and activists, the likes of former Chief Justice Dr. Willy Mutunga, Martha Karua, and also a few others have been forced away from Tanzania. I don't know what impact that has. I doubt it has a lot with our diplomatic relations with Tanzania, but it's a political statement on how Tanzania is running the issues. That there is return of dictatorial regimes across African countries, and what is happening in Uganda is what is being replicated now in Tanzania. So food for thought on the way forward for Africa. But yeah, that's what's up happening across Africa. Thank you. Have a good day.